Good morning. This morning we're going to look at the two greatest commandments according to Jesus. Jesus said Jesus was being quizzed in the temple of Jerusalem shortly before his own death, and a Pharisee asked him, which is the greatest commandment? And so he said, the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And then he went on to say, the next is also like it. You shall love your neighbour as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law. Everything hangs on these two commandments. And it's a bit of a slightly unusual one. I think sometimes we struggle a bit with this. So I'd like to just offer a few minutes of explanation for this morning. I heard about an Alsatian, a Chihuahua, and a cat turned up in heaven before God's throne, and they wanted to be let in. And so God said to the Alsatian, well, why should I let you in? And the Alsatian said, well, all my life I've served others. I've been a guard dog. I've protected people. I've kept people safe. I've lived the life of a servant like Jesus. And so God said, yeah, fair enough. Okay, you can come in. So then to the Chihuahua, he said, well, what about you? And so the Chihuahua said, well, I might not be big, but I've still been an alarm. I've protected the house because the slightest noise, I've yapped a lot and I've woke up the family, and I've provided a lot of love and attention, and so I too have lived a life of service. And God said, yep, fair enough, come in. And then finally he looked at the cat and said, what about you? And the cat said, I believe you're sitting in my seat. And now, in some respects, perhaps that tells us something about the difference between dogs and cats. But I think also it highlights something of the human condition. Because at the very heart, the reason that so many of us struggle with stress, strain, and problems is because we're subconsciously taking the same position of the cat. We are playing God. We, very subtly and very subconsciously, have become God. Sometimes it happens even among religious people. We acknowledge God, we believe in God, and we respect God. But actually, with most of our lives, we are the people in charge. We are the ones that ultimately we depend on and we rely on and we put all our trust in. On the American dollar, it says, "In God we trust," and I think that's a great statement to make. And I think in some respects this is a statement of faith that I think that we should all make. In God we trust. And so this Sunday morning, I just want to perhaps challenge you to say again, do you need to put God in his rightful place? Because the truth of it is, we are not made to be God. I can play God during the week about what I have for dinner and various decisions in my life and what clothes I buy and what clothes I wear, etc. But I can't fix if something goes wrong with the doctors. I can't fix if the company I work for no longer needs me. I can't fix. There are 100 things that I can't fix. And so I believe that we are created with a need for God and a need for worship. And when God is in his rightful place, then no matter what we're facing, we can be calm and we can be peaceful. And so, yeah, we have to, that's the challenge for us this morning. Will we put God in his rightful place? Or will we continue to play God ourselves? And the tragedy is while we're playing God ourselves, we're actually really only fooling ourselves, because deep down inside, we know that we can't fix stuff. We can't make our relationships right. We can't make our children behave the way we want them to. There are all manner of things that we can influence, but we cannot control. And sadly, I think when people try too hard to control some of those things, we often end up feeling quite sorry for them. So this morning, just as a challenging question for you, who is God in your life? Who or what is God in your life? Jesus said that the secret to a happy life, the secret to faith, the most important commandment is to put God in his rightful place. Because if God's God, well then I don't need to worry about the other stuff. I don't need to worry about stuff that I'm not capable of dealing with. I can just trust God to bring me through. And I have to be honest, in over 30 years of following Jesus, God has always brought me through, no matter what storm or what trials I've faced, God always brings me through. So I would encourage you this morning to put God in his rightful place. Put God first, and then everything else will fall into place. And then secondly, love your neighbours. Love the people around you. Don't just be nice, but love them. Seek their very best. Seek to encourage them. Seek to build them. Seek to feed them. Seek to look after them. Seek to see them flourish. Those of you that are gardeners, you know how to make your plants and how to make your fruits flourish. Wouldn't it be great if we all started doing that with our neighbours, with our friends, with our family, with the people around us? Jesus told us, put God in his rightful place and love others as you love yourself. I hope that you have a really blessed day. It's a bit wet outside, but we're still alive. We're alive. We have clean water, good food, many, many, many things to be thankful for. Have a very blessed day. God bless.